Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Holly, and we're Overland Travellers.
So we've been asked heaps of questions about the trip we're doing and how we got to this point, so we thought we'd do a little Q&A because we're not really doing much at the moment.
Okay, so first question, what did you both do for work before leaving?
So I worked in construction, or more specifically demolition. Yeah, it wasn't a trade or anything like that. It wasn't an amazing job, but I mean, it definitely allowed me to save up and travel like I am now, which is really good. But yeah, no, it was nothing fun. It was just demolition, driving a truck, rubbish removal. So yeah.
So I worked for a Jaguar Land Rover dealership in the finance team. I was the admin assistant to the 4 business managers we have there, and I was in that position for about 18 months before coming on this trip. Okay, next question. Did you have any pets you had to leave behind? Simple answer, no. We had no pets.
No pets. Which part of Australia are you looking forward to exploring the most? For us, it was probably Tassie. Which is where we are now, and it has lived up to our expectations. It's really good. I don't know why, we just went here for a weekend, and we were just like, yeah, we really want to come back and explore it properly. And yeah, it's a really good state to travel in because it's really small, and it's not like the mainland where you have to drive, 5-6 hours to sort of get anywhere
somewhere
different. So it's really good like that. Probably next is WA.
Yep.
Yeah, WA. We're both live in the east, from the east, and we've never been to WA, either of us. So yeah, we're keen just to check it out and see what it's like, see how different it is. So next question. We would love to know more about your solar setup and dual battery setup. Yeah, very basic. Well, just to compress it down. I'm going to do a more in-depth sort of tour around the battery setup when I do the rig rundown, which shouldn't be out too long. But very quick rundown is it's a VSR on the alternator, so a voltage sensitive relay which runs to the back of the canopy. It can all be unplugged from the ute and plugged back in, so when I take the canopy off I can just unplug the whole system, that way I can drive the ute around. I've got 220 amp hour batteries inside the canopy, so 240 amp hours of deep cycle goodness. And then I've got a 160 watt solar panel which I can set up when the ute is stationary, and then I also have a small setup up in the canopy, just a little 7 amp hour deep cycle battery with a little 30 watt solar panel on top to charge our phones and power the LED lights at night. So yeah, but yeah, that runs everything, and I just needed a bit of a bigger system to charge all our gear. So it is probably a little bit of overkill, but it's better to have too much and not need it than not have enough and need it. Also with the power setup, I've got a Projector power hub. This has got a 60 amp hour battery in it. This allows me to take power away from the power box in the canopy, so we can charge our laptops and use my coffee grinder and all that. It's not working at the moment, it broke. I think the inverter blew on it, so I can't grind coffee and we can't charge laptops, which sucks. But yeah, so we're gonna have to get that fixed and checked out. But besides that, it's been really good. Besides the fact that it's
had it for about 2 years now.
Yeah, so it is a while.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a bit annoying. But that's the reality of it.
Okay, so next question is how much of your budget goes on fuel? So we would say slightly under half. Yeah, our budget per week is $400-ish. That's what we try to stick to, and we probably spend close to $180 a week on fuel at the moment. So again, that just depends on fuel prices and
where we are. I don't know, we haven't been anywhere pretty remote yet, so up the top end or whatever, it can get quite expensive, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, it's about half so far. My ute's not very efficient. It's just a naturally aspirated 3 litre diesel, so it's got a heap of weight in the back, so driving on the highways and that does use a bit of fuel. Okay,
so next question is the top picks that we can't live without whilst being on this trip. So my top 3 picks would be this 40 litre bucket we have. We use it every day, multiple times a day. It's collapsible as well, so it's easy to pack away. Second thing is a hot water system that Matt bought me for my birthday last year. It's a little portable hot water system, hot water on demand, connects to a gas bottle, which is fantastic. And then the last thing for me would be our shelving units that Matt built as well. It's just nice to have some normality with our setup, and yeah, things actually have a place.
So my top picks for things I can't live without. Number 1 would be the fridge. Fridge is just just a must on a trip like this. Secondly would be the battery system. Having a good power setup has just been really good, just to have a peace of mind.
We don't have to worry about it either, which is great. It always runs.
Yeah, it just runs, so hopefully fingers crossed. Besides the fact that this part of it's broken. I'd say a good bed, good comfortable bed. We've got the quickie pop-up tent, which is fantastic. It's just so quick and easy to set up the bed. You don't even think about sort of setting up, you know, the tent or the bedroom, which is great. And having a thick mattress inside, I've put a different mattress inside, is a massive plus, because getting a good night's sleep, I mean, in any situation, you need it. So that's a big thing for me. Next question is, what route are you taking around Australia and why? We're going clockwise. We started in the east, my hometown of Tumut.
In New South Wales.
In New South Wales. Yep. And we started heading south first and down to Tassie. So it's summer now, nearly ended, but you wouldn't know it in my beanie. But yeah, we decided we want to go south. We'll do the southern part of Australia in the summer, and then that way when we go back around to the top end, the seasons will be changing, and up top it doesn't really have summer and winter, it just has wet season and dry season. So it'll be dry season when we go up the top, which is when you want to do the top end. Okay,
next question is, how much have we budgeted? So this trip for 12 months we've budgeted between 20 and 25. 20 grand is the $400 per week, but we've got a bit extra there if we need it, and then on top of that we've also got more savings. So we should hopefully never run out of money, but yeah, that's our budget for the moment.
Yeah, we're really trying to stick to 400 a week. It is hard. That is quite frugal. Like, I don't think many people would be able to travel around $400 a week.
Yeah. So next question is, why did we decide to do this trip?
We didn't really have any commitments. Nothing holding us back. We didn't have any debt. Didn't have any mortgages. No kids. No pets. No nothing like that. And yeah, I kind of just wanted a bit of a reset career-wise, and also I just wanted to travel for longer than a couple of months. I just wanted to sort of do it as a lifestyle, and, you know, not have to worry about going back to work ever. So, well, yeah, I will have eventually, but, you know, for a long time anyways.
Yeah, and another reason we also decided to do a trip like this was each weekend we started to go camping and exploring and really enjoyed it. So we thought to try and, you know,
yeah, every time we would go camping, we'd be like, oh, imagine if we could just keep driving somewhere and just go to the next destination. So
exactly, which is what we're doing now. So that's why we're doing this trip.
And also we want to do Australia while we're young, because I don't know, I feel a lot of people do it when they're older. Not many people our age sort of travel around Australia. It's a country I reckon you should do when you're young. It's just, you know, there's heaps of, you know, bushwalks and stuff like that, and you know, roughing it a bit on a 19-year-old, on top of, you know, sleeping on top of a 19-year-old Hilux. I don't want to be doing that when I'm 60. No. So I'd rather be in a cruise in a European river somewhere, drinking wine.
Dreams.
How long will you be on the road for?
Okay, so our plan was 12 months, but we'll just see what happens.
We've got a few commitments on the way.
Yeah.
And then I think by the time we get around to sort of like Cape York, yeah, I think it's going to be getting towards wet season by the time we get up there. So I don't know, we might have to cut that bit short, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Biggest lesson you have learnt so far? Yeah, well, we figured we just don't need much to live, like money-wise, but also just stuff, just clothes. Like I'm not even using half the clothes I bought anyways. Barely using any water. But we're still showering, and we're not a bunch of hippies. But yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah, you don't need much.
How are you washing your clothes?
Okay, so washing our clothes every 2 weeks or so. That's when we run out of necessities. So a couple of times we've gone to laundromats, and then if not, I just do hand washing. What
is the landscape of Tassie like? Is it greener than the mainland, and have you seen any deer? So landscape of Tassie, it's very different to the mainland, but at the same time it's still distinctly Australian. So obviously it's a lot colder here, so that affects the landscape and sort of what vegetation there is. But yeah, I mean, sometimes we've been driving, we're like, wow, it looks like New Zealand or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still distinctly Australian, and I mean the wildlife is obviously Australian. Does that mean bloody wallabies?
And paddy melons. If you don't know what a paddy melon is, Google it right now. Oh, also, have we seen any deer? No deer.
No deer. We haven't seen signs of deer.
Have you been fishing much? And if so, have you caught anything? No and no.
We've tried for like 15 minutes at a time. We're not patient enough. I think I just need to catch one fish, that one
and then get motivated.
That one moment where I catch it, and then I'll be hooked.
But yeah, for the time being, that hasn't happened.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got like 3 fishing rods with us and tackle box, but we have no idea what we're doing.
So last question we have is, Has your trip lived up to your expectations so far?
Yeah, it has in most ways. In other ways, it surprised me. It's not just driving and camping, sort of monotonous kind of one thing after the other. There's always something different to do. You're always busy. You are like, doing stuff around the, no matter how quick and easy your setup is, there's always something to do on the ute or something set up, pack up, clean.
Or organise or...
Yeah, so yeah, it's been interesting that way. But besides that, yeah, it is a good lifestyle, just travelling around and just going from one place to the next. It's very easy.
One of my expectations that haven't been met so far is I thought it was going to be warmer, but that's just me being a bit silly. So, especially in Tassie, I didn't bring enough winter clothes.
I knew these things. Well, that's all the questions we've got so far. If you have any more, drop them below and we'll
get back to
you. And if not, we'll do another Q&A. If you want to see the actual travel videos, check out the other videos on our YouTube. You can see what we've done so far. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more like it.
Have a good day. See ya. Okay.
Recording.
Let's be happy.
Style is not a priority in the bush. Survival is.
Okay, hi, I'm Matt. Hi, I'm Holly.
Alright.
Is it still focusing?
No, it shouldn't be. It's on manual focus. Lean forward, backwards. No.
Okay. I just thought I could hear it, but maybe I'm just going crazy.
Yeah.
So we've been asked a lot of questions about how...
Properly, and
And... Okay.
And what?
Nothing, that's fine. Okay, so this first question is, what did you both do for a living? What did you...
It's just you and what? Nothing. Sleep. As our
A dealership in the F&I team as like the assistant for the 4 business managers we have there. I was only in that position.
F&I's finance. Just so you guys know. So, I wouldn't have known that if I didn't know Holly didn't work in finance.
I'll say it again then.
No. Keep going. I correct you. Just say. Continue. Start again.